Hey everyone, welcome back to another bedtime story from the pages of history. Tonight we're going way back to the mid-1300s in Europe when the Black Death showed up and turned everything upside down. Imagine being a simple peasant just trying to get by, and suddenly this invisible killer starts wiping out your world. We'll walk through what it felt like day by day with some real tales from folks who lived it, or at least what historians pieced together from old diaries and records. Get comfy, dim those lights, and let's ease into this. It's dark stuff, but I'll keep it chill, like your grandpa telling ghost stories by the fire. No big scares, just the truth with a bit of light humor to keep us grounded. Chapter 1. The Shadow Falls, the arrival of the Black Death in Europe. Okay, picture this. It's around 1347, and Europe's this patchwork of kingdoms, farms, and bustling trade routes. Ships from Asia dock in Italian ports like Genoa and Venice, loaded with silk, spices, and, unbeknownst to anyone, a nasty bacterium called Yersinia pestis. That's the Black Death, carried by fleas on black rats that snuck aboard. These little pests jump off, bite people, and boom, the plague spreads inland, hitting villages like a slow-moving storm. For peasants, it started subtle. You'd see more rats than usual scurrying around your thatched roof hut, maybe nibbling on your stored grain. Then whispers from travelers. Heard folks in the city are dropping dead. Take a family like the Millers. Dad a farmer, mom weaving baskets, kids helping with chores. One evening they're eating porridge by the hearth when a knock comes. It's the neighbor, pale as a ghost, saying his wife just collapsed with weird swellings. The fear creeps in like fog off the river. What's causing this? Bad air? God's punishment? No one knows. It's that uncertainty that gnaws at you, turning every cough into a panic. Kinda funny in hindsight. Oh great, the rats are throwing a party in my barn again. But back then, it was the start of hell. As the family bolts the door that night, praying it's just a rumor, the shadow's already over 'em. Chapter 2. Daily Life Before the Plague. A Peasant's Simple World. Before all that mess, being a peasant wasn't glamorous, but it had a rhythm, you know? You were a serf, tied to the land owned by some lord in his fancy castle. Wake up at dawn with the roosters crowing, grab your wooden plow and hitch up the oxen. The soil's heavy clay, sticks to your boots, and you're out there tilling rows for wheat or barley. Sweat dripping, back aching, but hey, it's what you do. Then, midday, break for a bit of bread, maybe some cheese or ale if you're lucky. Elias, our imaginary serf, based on real accounts from places like England, would sit under a tree with his wife Agnes and their 3 kids, sharing stories about the village gossip. Did you hear Lord Humphrey's horse threw him again? Serves him right for riding so fancy. Afternoons, more work, tending sheep, fixing fences, or paying your feudal dues, like handing over half your harvest. Evenings were the best. Gather round the fire in your one-room hut, smoke from the peat filling the air, telling tales or singing old songs. Community was everything. Neighbors helped with big jobs like thatching roofs or harvesting. It was tough, no doubt. Cold winters, hungry bellies sometimes, but stable. No big surprises, just the seasons turning. Little did they know, that stability was about to shatter like a dropped pot. Chapter 2. The First Symptoms. Horror in the Household. When the plague hit home, it was brutal. The bubonic kind, most common, started with a bite from an infected flea. A day or two later, fever spikes, chills shake you like a leaf in wind, and these gross swellings pop up in your armpits or groin. Buboes, they called them. Egg-sized lumps oozing pus and blood. Skin turns black from bleeding under it, hence the name. Death came quick, 3 to 5 days if you're unlucky. Elias comes home from the fields one day, finds his youngest boy, little Tom, burning up and moaning. Agnes is frantic, pressing cool cloths to his forehead, but the buboes swell fast. No doctors for peasants, maybe a local herbalist if you're lucky. They'd try folklore, rub onions on the lumps, or drink vinegar mixed with herbs. It'll draw out the poison, they'd say. But nothing worked. Panic sets in. Is it contagious? Do we run? Helplessness was the worst, watching your kids slip away, no prayers answering. Dark humor from survivors' tales, buboes like God gave you extra potatoes but rotten. But really, it was pure terror. Households crumbling one by one, the smell of sickness thick in the air. Chapter 4. Isolation and Quarantine. Villages turned ghost towns. As bodies piled up, fear took over. No fancy hospitals. Folks improvised. Board up the house with the sick inside, mark the door with a red cross and pray. Or whole families fled to the woods, living like outlaws. Villages that were buzzing with chatter turned silent, paths overgrown, dogs howling alone. One legend-like story from Italian chronicles: a peasant named Marco nails planks over his windows, stocks up on dried meat, and huddles with his kin. "No one in, no one out," he whispers. It might slow the spread, but the loneliness, crushing. No market days, no church bells calling folks together. Mental strain built up, paranoia about every sneeze, isolation eating at your soul in an already lonely life. Funny twist in some accounts, quarantine meant arguing with your wife 24/7. Plague or not, that's torture. But it amplified everything bad, turning tight-knit spots into echoes of themselves. Chapter 5. Desperate remedies, folk cures, and superstitions. People clutched at straws. Bloodletting was big. Slice a vein, let bad blood out with leeches or knives. Herb poultices on buboes like crushed garlic or figs. Some joined flagellant groups, marching through towns, whipping themselves to beg God's forgiveness. "The end times are here," they'd cry. Under a full moon, villagers gather in a clearing, torches flickering. They chant psalms, lash their backs with knotted cords, blood mixing with sweat. Faith was their lifeline. If science failed, God might listen. It gave hope, even if the cures were bunk. Soothing in a way, that shared ritual in the night. Humor from old texts: "Whippin' for health? I'd rather the plague than that sting." Superstition ruled. Wear amulets, avoid baths, thought water spread it. Anything to feel in control amid the chaos. Chapter 6. The toll on family and community, loss and grief. Death rates hit 60% in some places, whole families gone. Orphans roamed, begging, widows farmed alone, elders abandoned in huts, emotional gut punch after gut punch. A survivor's diary from France tells it. "Lost my husband first, then 2 kids. Grief like a stone in your chest, but you push on, sharing bread with neighbors who lost more. Bonds frayed, suspicion grew, like, don't come near, you might have it. But sometimes strengthened. Communities buried dead together, mourned in mass graves. Heartwarming in the horror, a hug from a friend meaning everything. Sad joke in folklore, plague's guest list, everyone invited, no RSVPs. Shared pain forged odd resilience, but the loss scarred souls deep."
Chapter 7. Economic Upheaval. Farms fell silent. With half the folks dead, farms went wild, weeds choking crops, animals starving. Famine followed, prices skyrocketed. But for survivors, opportunity knocked. Labor short, so lords had to pay more or lose workers. Elias, one of the lucky ones, stands before his lord. "Double my pay, or I go elsewhere." Peaceful but bold chat, the power flip ironic. Plague perk, suddenly I'm in demand. seeds of change. Peasants got leverage, bargaining for freedom from serfdom. Empty barns echoed, but it sparked a new world order. Chapter 8. Religious turmoil, questioning faith in dark times. The plague rocked beliefs. Why this punishment? Some doubled down on prayer, filling churches till they emptied from death. Others blamed Jews or witches, sparking pogroms, ugly stuff. In a dimly lit church, the priest leads a sparse congregation, voice cracking. Villagers whispered doubts, gods turned away. Rituals like bell ringing or processions offered comfort, fleeting as it was. Funny edge in satires, mad at God, blamed the pie you burnt last harvest. Spiritual stress piled on, but faith was a crutch in the dark. Chapter 10. Survival strategies, ingenious ways to endure. Clever folks adapted, wash hands more, rare back then, diversify crops to avoid total loss, form aid groups to share food, hide stores in the woods, trade herbal tips. Stories of peasants stashing grain in secret pits, whispering plans at night. Light-hearted, hide the cheese, plagues hungry too. Resilience shone, communal nets, better hygiene from trial and error. In the face of death, smarts saved some. Chapter 11. The plague's retreat, glimmers of hope amid ruin. The bug came in waves, eventually fading by 1351 in most places. Survivors crept out, air clearer, but scars everywhere. Elias steps from his hut, picks up his hoe, tills the overgrown field. Normalcy slow, rebuild huts, plant seeds. Hope glimmers like sun after rain. Cautionary, plague tired out, good riddance. Profound marks lingered, but life pushed on. Chapter 12. Long-term changes, a new world for peasants. Post-plague, inequalities sparked, revolts like England's 1381 Peasants' Revolt, folks demanding fairer taxes, end to serfdom. Legends of rebels marching, no more chains, empowered the little guys, leading to better rights. Inspiring, from ashes a fairer world bloomed. Chapter 13. Lessons from the past, echoes in our modern world. This echoes our pandemics, quarantines, loss, resilience. What if you faced it? Draw from peasants, stick together, adapt. History's hug before bed, survival's always possible. Sweet dreams, folks.